Guys, Kushi here with Exerscribe TV, and today I want to talk to you about managing yourself. So, I've talked about this before. I've seen this statistic lately that was pretty interesting. It was about compliance, and it said that, when people were given one task, they were 87% compliant. When they were given two, they were only 37% compliant. So, if you look at, how many hours are in a day and how many hours are in the week, even if you do have a coach, which many people don't, then you have to be reliant on managing yourself the majority of the time. So the problem is, so many people want to try to overload themselves to try to perform some kind of overhaul to their diet and exercise program. And as we know, that never works. I mean, look at all the New Year's resolutioners that never get anywhere. Instead, what I want you to do is just focus on that one thing at a time. And what I want you to do is really first dive into your nutrition. I want you to look at your nutrition and say, number one, am I eating to 80% full? That's the key habit. If you look at all the blue zones in the world where people live the longest, that's one common denominator is they all eat to 80% full. They never stuff themselves or overeat. Second thing is I want you to ask yourself, are you willing to trade some of those grains for greens? You need to get more green vegetables in your diet, and ideally you want about 1 cup at every meal. The third thing you want to ask yourself, are you getting enough healthy fats? And I'm not just talking about, avocado and oils, the things that you've heard about, but I'm talking about saturated fats too. You might have seen recently Time Magazine came out with an article that talked about butter being good. It is good, but you want to get saturated fats from quality sources. So you want to get things from grass-fed cows, raw and pasteurized dairy and so forth, because there's so many fat-soluble vitamins and minerals and enzymes that are critical for your fat metabolism and for your overall health. And the last thing you want to be asking yourself is, are you willing to put in the necessary days per week to work out? So when we're talking about your exercise, are you willing to do the 5 days a week? The magic number I say is 5 days a week for working out in total, because really that's what you're going to want if you want to see the best results. In terms of 1 hour per day, resistance training, 5 days per week, that's what you want to do if you want to get lean and toned. Ideally, I think you should be moving every day. We're not talking about, going out and doing some high intensity resistance training or cardio every single day, because that would overtrain your body and your nervous system. But I'm talking about some kind of movement every day would be ideal, but no less than 5 days per week for resistance training. So there you have it. There are some tips on managing yourself. Thanks for watching Exerscribe TV. See you soon.